Know what that is. All right, so you guys, I'm at work. Honestly, I'm kind of bored, so I just thought I would get on here and make a video. Um, it is Friday. What's today's date? December 27th, approximately 7:56 a.m. Eastern time, and I am basically the only one at work here today. Because like my job, they're on like holiday, like the plant basically shut down for a holiday. We're getting some contractors come in here and there. So technically, there's some people coming in and leaving, but there's like nobody really here working. Like I had a waste truck come in here through the truck gate. I had to let them in and let them out. Yesterday, I had like two contractors come. No, lawn maintenance people they had to sign in, and somebody else, but basically ain't nothing going on. So it's just dead. It's the holidays, so whatever. So yeah, it's really quiet. I'm a little bored, so I was just kind of um, wanting to do something. Um, Probably here in a little bit, I'm gonna probably try to work on some stuff, some more T-shirt designs or something. But for now, just thought I'd make a video. Um, for anyone that doesn't know, this channel has been renamed Quantum Nomad. I'm not going to go through the whole spill again, but basically, I'm into nomadic living, and that's basically what the channel is supposed to be about. That and just spiritual philosophy and metaphysical topics, paranormal, and just life topics in general. So that's basically what it's about. My name is Omar, and I just like to rant, and I am enthusiastic about traveling. Um, I'm about to purchase a motorhome, so I will be living on the road soon. So that's basically what this channel is about. I'm a security guard. I do security. Um, yeah. So anyway, um, that's basically. Oh gosh, goodness gracious. So I just noticed something. Well, I didn't just notice this, but I had this realization a while ago, and I don't know if it's just me. And y'all, I hope this video doesn't cut off because I don't know how much memory I have. So I'm going to try to condense it down a little bit. But I had this realization that and I don't think I'm the only one, but I go through like these cycles where, you know, just mentally, energetically, I'll be fine. And then I'll kind of like just start to overthink stuff, like everything. And then like dumb shit will start to fuck with me and bother me. And I will start to kind of, in my head, obsess over things that really don't matter, but in a moment they seem like they do. And I don't know why I go through like these cycles, but it's like it comes around, then it goes away, then it comes around again, then it goes away. And I've kind of gotten used to it, but when it happens, it kind of just really still sucks. And like I'll be in my head a whole lot, and I'll be just like, why can't I, you know, get out of this? And it'll just keep going and going and going and going until like it's just going. And I find myself going through like these weird cycles of, I don't know what you want to even call it, like, negativity, bad energy. I don't know. Everyone likes to label these things, but turn this heat off real quick. Everybody labels it something else. But it just comes, and then like I just get so in my mind. It's all going on in my mind, y'all. Nothing is really going on out here. It's just in my mind and things that I'm thinking about and dealing with internally, and it's just like it just won't go away until it's gone, and it feels horrible actually. But I've just noticed like this cyclical pattern of these times that it's almost like a repeating loop, and it's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's like I'll be so set on doing something, and then for some reason I will start to kind of second guess myself, rather it's outside influences or people that somebody said something or did something that made me question something about myself, and it happens, and then when I question that, I start questioning everything else, and then I'm like, well, what am I doing? Why am I doing? You know what I'm saying? It's just like this weird like echo, and then I'll kind of like get into like this weird state where I'm just like having like this weird internal power struggle or battle with my own thoughts, really about dumb shit. Well, I mean, it's not dumb stuff, but it's about stuff that ultimately doesn't even matter. And I know that, but when I'm thinking about certain stuff, it feels like it does matter until I realize and remember that it doesn't. And sitting here obsessing over these intrusive thoughts is kind of dumb. And I go through this at least at least once a month, like really, really bad. And then I'm fine. Then I'm back to normal. I'm back to, doing, whatever. But I've just noticed that these times are going to just come and go. I don't know what it is, but it's like clockwork. It always comes. And then the negative energy comes, with all those intrusive thoughts, what other people think about you. Then you start to judge yourself. And then you kind of start to question why you do what you do, how you do it. And it's a lot of just really shitty energy that comes. You know what I'm saying? I'm always questioning myself and, how I live my life. And then I have to remind myself, well, this is how I want to live my life. Like, why should I have to explain myself to anybody? Because one thing I have to remind myself is that we're all going to die. We're all going to die relatively soon. These bodies, whether you believe in immortality, quantum immortality, or, you know, reincarnation. Like, one thing we know for sure is that these physical bodies that we are in, the heart's going to stop beating, it's going to decay. So when I say that we're all going to die, like, that's what I mean. This life, this illusion of lifetime, or this lifetime, or the illusion of linear time, or this particular life stream that we're living or think we're living, it's going to end along with everybody that we knew or know and have ever known from this lifetime. It's going to end. And so I come back to this, realization that what does it matter? I try to do things in a somewhat logical way, but then I kind of just, the longer I live, I really realize at the same time too, like, life makes sense, but it kind of doesn't make sense, because everything that I thought I knew about living in life, I realized was basically pretty much bullshit, down to how I perceive people, down to how I perceived just how life is, how people actually are, I realize that it's all bullshit. So I let a lot of my expectations of life based on the lens of perception that I once viewed it through. I let a lot of stuff go. I let a lot of expectations go. For example, like dating, I I used to have an idea about dating and a romance that I no longer have. Um, it's like I am not completely saying fuck dating, but I kind of am. It's if I date again, it will have to be a very effortless thing. I'm not exerting myself to anybody to prove to anybody that I'm good to be with. I'm just going to live my life. And if someone just happens to come along and be like, hey, hey, and I'm cool with that, then yeah. But otherwise, I'm not, because this dating scene now to me is just nuts. The expectations of modern women to me are just ridiculous and goofy. I'm a very hardworking man, and I'd be damned if I'm gonna slave away just to have some woman's approval. I hate to sound so condescending, but as I watch this channel, well, I don't watch it, but I come across it every now and then. This YouTuber named Shira7, and the things that she teaches women how to use and basically abuse men, hardworking men, to get their resources, to get out of them what they want, is, in my opinion, absolutely diabolical. See, stuff like that and women like that, I have a huge problem with, because like a lot of these kinds of women have like ruined men. And so like when I see content like that, like I'm triggered, because a lot of good men have really gone down financially and just in life in general because of women like that and their mentality and how they view men as basically like disposable, like um I don't know, like disposable, or you know um I don't know, should just something to have and then dispose of when you're done using it. um I'm triggered by that kind of content, because just the level of entitlement, and they don't think they even um have to do anything to deserve it. It's just, well, I'm pretty, so give me all your money, buy me really expensive, shiny things. And if you don't do it or you can't do it, you're just a dusty nobody that doesn't deserve a woman like me. I'm like, I guess I'm just a dusty then, even though I know I'm not, because I probably have more in my account than her or her follower. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm just saying, like, it's just, and this is a lot of reason why I'm just like, I and believe it or not, I actually am doing pretty good financially right now. I'm actually building credit, and still trying to figure out how to make more money, and you know create a sustainable business model. But that, like I said, that takes time. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, like just the fact that there's women out there that think like that, it makes me scared to even date. Scared to date. I don't want to date because I'm scared to date, because there's women out there that are walking around that think like that. That's, as a man that's working hard to improve his quality of life and his bag, and he's grinding and he's working. And the fact that there's women out there that are literally like predators looking for men to just get out of them. That's a parasite. That is a parasite. We hear about people talking about parasites and negativity, and no, that is a parasite. You are literally looking for men that work their asses off, just to basically extract out of them. And what does that man get? Some used up cat that everybody's had. Women that don't even want to be fucking feminine anymore. Like, what do we get? Oh, well, I'm cute. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? I don't care about that. So, sorry, I had to check the camera just now to make sure that I knew who that vehicle was. But yeah, so reasons like that are reasons why I am extremely, extremely hesitant about dating. And it's another reason why I kind of just chose to, focus on my own happiness, traveling. Like I said, I'm not completely opposed to dating, but when you know what's out there floating around in a dating pool, as a man, it's just like, I feel like it's just like, yeah, it's like I'm so turned off by the modern women's mindset. Like, even the attractive women that I find visually attractive, like their mindset, how they view men is like such a turn off to me. I can't even their attitude toward dating is like, I can't get past that. I can't. I don't even want to fuck them because it's like I know how they are, and it's like when I see a woman that I find attractive, it's just like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's what I mean. Like, and so when I think about stuff like that and just the world, how the world is in general, and then people say, oh, you need to just focus on yourself and change yourself. I'm like, yeah, I know about all that stuff that I've been doing. I'm still doing. Like when somebody says, focus on yourself and improve yourself, like, yeah, I know about that. I've been doing that. Like, but what happens when you improve yourself and you better yourself? Excuse me. Whether it's like your weight, your confidence, your money, whatever, and then you go, okay, I'm done. I've improved myself. I've bettered myself. I'm better now, or I'm healed now, or whatever people say you're supposed to do to make yourself better. And then you go out in the world and then you realize that people still suck. People are still kind of shitty and they kind of just turn you off. What then? Now what? I'm all done. Ding. I'm improved. I've self-improved. I've matured. Whatever you want to call it. What do you do then? People always talk about going within and stuff. What if going within is you just doing whatever the fuck you want to do that makes you feel good, while also improving things about yourself that may or may not need to be improved? Yeah. I just, I am online a lot. I spend a lot of time on social media. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos. I'm gonna tell you one thing too. I think one of the reasons why I am online is one partially because I have a lot of free time. Like this job, I am here 12 hours a day, and I'm just sitting here, which I used to read a lot, but I kind of stopped. So I actually have a lot of books. I have a lot of books. So I think I'm going to start reading again because I do enjoy that. But I think what triggered me being online a lot is just realizing that I don't really like the physical world and people in it. I realized that I don't really like people. I don't really like, sorry. I realized that I don't really like people. I realized that, and this is over years of just living, I realized that I generally don't like people. So me being around people in the real world, I've rarely had good experiences. I've had a few, I've had some, but most people to me in everyday real life, are extremely judgmental, critical, superficial, um, just overall just unwelcoming, just not nice. I'll observe people making fun of other people, just being mean. I find people to be generally mean. Just human beings to me are generally mean. I don't know how else to say it. Now, I'm not saying this is everybody, but I'm saying in a general sense, like people in the physical real world are not very nice. They're not everybody thinks they're too good for everybody. Oh, you can't be around people like that. You can't be. So I kind of just the value of real life human interaction has kind of lost the value for me because I don't really enjoy it because everybody thinks they're too damn good for everybody, basically. Um, and so like I'm just like, well, cool, that's fine because I don't really, you know. So and it's like I always hear people talk about other people that they're leaving. Who was that? Weird. Anyway, I hear people talk about people that are online and on the internet a lot and spend tons of time on the internet. But it's just like, okay, if you spend a lot of time on the internet, so what? Who cares? Like, who are you hurting? What's the problem? It's like, I never understand people that have a problem with people that are always online. It's like, what do you care? We're not friends. We don't talk. You're not having a conversation with me in person. These people that say these kind of things, it's like, are you reaching out to somebody trying to have a friendship or a real life connection? No. So why is there people that think people being online a lot is bad? Like if people like being online a lot and they enjoy that, then what the fuck doesn't matter? Like who are they hurting? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I see tons of people that like talk about people being online a lot. Like people aren't enjoyable to be around in real life. It's the truth. People in real life are not enjoyable to be around. You're gonna say, "Oh well, you're just projecting. There's something wrong with you." There's just like no, like I am 35 years old. Yes, I'm 35 years old. Like I have lived long enough and observed people. I'm not projecting. I'm really not. Everybody thinks that they are too good for everybody else, and that makes them judge everybody. That makes them find any and every little imperfection to basically as a reason to say that there's something wrong with somebody. There's something wrong with you. I don't like something about you. Oh, your energy is weird. You got bad energy, and it's always somebody's pointing at something as something is wrong with you. You need to fix something. I can't be around you. I can't be around you. And to me, it just makes me feel I don't really want to interact because everybody's nitpicking at everybody's individuality and saying that there's something wrong with you or you make me feel bad or something's wrong with your energy without actually knowing them. So for that reason, I don't really like being around people in real life, generally. Now, there are some people I vibe with, but it's not very often. So yeah, I spend most of my time online. I enjoy being online. I like to post things that I find interesting, and that's just what I do. It's just something I do a lot. I don't know. I can't. I just like to do it because again, I don't really find much value in real life human interaction because everybody is so damn like judgy and can't hang around people like this and I'm just like we're all just humans at the end of the day though. But anyway, but yeah, so this is just a random rant and how I kind of see things sometimes, how you know again I go through like these weird patterns of intrusive thoughts and overthinking and and then it's just gone, and I'm back to feeling amazing and not really giving a fuck and just kind of just living life. I go through this. I think we all do. Um, I watched this other channel that talked about something similar. I think his name is, well, I think it was SBN. I watched some of his content. He was talking about he goes through something similar. I think it's like Nathan Mandala now. He talks about similar stuff. And yeah, like I definitely go through that, And now when it happens, I'm just like, oh, here we go again. It's coming. I'm just so used to it now. It just comes and it goes, and then I'm back to just whatever. But I realize that reality is a constant pulling and pushing of thoughts, emotions, and energy. People's thoughts and narratives kind of trying to impose on us and kind of trying to shift our perspective and perception to fit their story and their reality and their lens of perception. And everybody's kind of trying to pull everybody into their version of the story. So, and it's just a lot going on, chaos wise, but that's just how existence is. And, everybody's trying to shape and mold everybody's lens of perception and perspective or their narrative to kind of, become their version of reality and how they think it should be or how they want it to be. So there's always like this kind of cosmic battle or war of consciousness kind of going on in existence. I mean, how can it be any other way? There's just conflicting narratives and perspectives all the time, and it always will be, because reality is chaos, and so you really have to have a strong sense of self and knowing to really live the best fulfilling life that you can, because everybody's trying to shift everybody's beliefs and perspectives to fit their narrative. So anyway, as long as you know that and you're aware of it, doesn't really matter what people do or say or how they kind of try to shift or morph your perception. As long as you know, and that's really all that matters. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. Until next time, cheers.